I just take it back to sort of my era where set pieces would be something that maybe you spent a little bit of time on a Friday.
Yeah.
It was cold. You know, you didn't have the ability of all the stats and the TVs where you can stop it and do it in a screen or in like a classroom or tactics room like the players have now. A lot of the time, it's freezing cold, gaffer. Look, we'll be all right. He's marking him. That's your man, and you can just defend like that. Whereas now the details and the set piece coaches, I have to be honest. 10 years ago, I'd have rolled my eyes at it and think that's never going to happen.
2 seasons ago, you'd have rolled your eyes at it.
But now, these guys, and especially him, he's unbelievable at his job. And especially when you're bringing in different corners, different free kicks, and then you start to get success, then everyone believes in it. Now, every manager, every owner wants one. You know, every club is looking for who is the next guy. And you've not got to play the game. You just have to see the game in patterns and realising where spaces are, if you've got the right delivery. But it's all right having the best set-piece coach in the world. You still have to have people that can, one, deliver the ball at the right place, into the right place, and two, attack the ball. And that's what Arsenal have in Gabriel. And they all have their jobs, but he is a monster in the box. He's so difficult to stop because he's aggressive, he's big, and he wants to get on the end of it. And it's so hard for teams to stop.
10 assists, as Natalie mentioned in the interview there. The record is 20. That was Thierry Henry, and Kevin De Bruyne has done it as well.
Good company.
So he's halfway there already. He's not just bettered his own stats from last season. He's on his way to a Premier League record, potentially.
And as well, he's on his way with a long period of the season without his partner in crime in Odegaard. It's incredible stats. He's just playing with confidence. The smile on his face when he speaks about Man United now. He's already speaking about that Man United. He's always up for the challenge. At such a still tender age, he's so experienced man in that dressing room. I mean, he's making that position his own. It's incredible to be that involved at this stage of the season, to stay consistently fit as well. So you got to give credit to him, what they do with himself off the field, because on the field, he just blesses it completely, Jamie. It's incredible to see.
What a role model. He's an incredible role model, so intelligent, eloquent, knows the game inside out. He just comes across as a fine young man. It must be a dream for any kind of manager that wants to, whether it's the England manager or obviously Arsenal. And the job that he's doing and the improvements that he's making every single day are just frightening. You know, the level he's getting to.
Yeah, you said it there. They're both more capable of doing it as well. It keeps them guessing with the goalkeeper as well. I mean, look, he tucks it away with ease. It's one of those where you get someone like Martin Odegaard on the score sheet, more and more confidence it breeds. But look, they're sharing the goals now, but it's obviously helping with Martin Odegaard back in the team.
I can't lie. I mean, it's lovely. Yeah, we're great. Wasn't that nice? Sharing penalties. I find it really weird. I find it so strange. You know, if you're Martin Odegaard, you've scored one, why don't you want to go and take another one? Because you've got, Saka was relatively lucky with his one. And if you've got one, you've got a feeling. It's like when you've scored a free kick and you go, I won't take this one. Well, you just scored one, take it again. Obviously, look, there's maybe more analysis, more data goes into it now. And there is everything I feel when I watch Arsenal play, there is a reason behind it. I don't quite know what that reason is. I'd love to find out if we'd have spoken to Martin Odegaard.
Might just even be the element of unpredictability from Fabianski's point of view, maybe.
Or just been nice.
Do you know what? That's going to be the last option that any of us were going to get to there, wasn't it?
I've scored one. Yeah, you have a go. It's lovely. But that's not normal. When you talk about the Premier League and you've got to be, got to win ugly at times and every penalty that counts, they obviously feel that it's the right way to get the result. And by the way, it works. So who am I to say?
Is there a best outcome for that game at Anfield for Arsenal?
Look, I feel with Arsenal and any particular club at this moment in time, they will just sit back and enjoy the game. They can't control it, of course they can't. But the outcome, for me, would have to be a draw for the actual league itself. You would probably want to see Man City try and get back to the levels where we expect them to be. And I'm sure tomorrow is the game where they will expect that. But Arsenal are in a good position right now. They're in a good place mentally as well, I think, as well. You can just see there the goals they're scoring. They need to keep fit. Martin Odegaard, that's the one key player in this moment in time that, just like Jamie said, just fixes Arsenal's different options. He causes different problems, and he's so important. And for them to really establish themselves to be title contenders, because they just outscore when he plays. They score more goals.
We just see the goal differences all of a sudden change as well. Liverpool had a far superior goal difference to anybody else. All of a sudden with those goals today, it just gives you a little bit of a lift as well. They've got to keep asking the question, are Arsenal out of this title race? Of course they're not. They are right in it. They've got the players, they've got the experience. Obviously, they've not won the title, but they know how to go the distance in terms of making sure that they're going to be really difficult to beat. I mean, that game has become, obviously, a really big one, the next one. And I think that's probably what he's going to keep telling his players. That's what every player says when you're in a title race. Just take care of the next game. Obviously, Manchester United with Amorim coming in, that's going to bring different problems as well. They've got to make sure they're at it there. Fulham away, Everton, Palace, Ipswich, Brentford. They're games that, when you're playing well, you'll be chomping at a bit. You can't wait to get your teeth stuck into. But the Premier League, anything can still get thrown up. There are no easy games. I mean, we know Arsenal can do that to anybody. That's what they do. They did it in midweek. They've done it again today. It's the fact that they won against Newcastle has obviously given them a little bit more time. If they'd have lost that game, I think the pressure would have really hyped up this week. I think he is still in a position where he needs to win games quickly because the pressure's going to mount. You know, when they decided to take him instead of David Moyes, who's done a really good job at the club, you need a manager to come in and get results. What I will say at the moment is still, I think they wanted a change of direction, maybe how they play, a style of play. It hasn't really changed. When you sort of look at West Ham, they still seem a team that are a little bit passive. They sit back, like when we looked at the second goal there, where everybody's got behind the ball. I don't think that's really what the West Ham fans want to see. That's something that has to change. But if he picks up more results, that will obviously be the case. But I think all managers do need time. It's difficult. But when you're at a club like West Ham and you're following someone like David Moyes, they want to see a totally different style of football. And that really isn't happening or showing through as we see it at the moment.